Hi, today I'm going to be making candles. I've been making chunk candles for about 5.5 years, so I'm going to show you the steps. I've never done this on video, so bear with me. I'm going to try to edit and make it kind of smooth. So if you like what you see, subscribe. Normally I do makeup and skincare and aliens, but today is candles, so let's go. Hi guys, today we're going to be making some candles. So I have my wax melting over here, and I do chunk candles. So I have some black over here that I'm getting ready to put in a thing and chunk it. And then I have another one ready to go. So give me 1 minute and I'll be back. So to make my signature chunk candles, I use a pie pan and I use a lot of glitter. So I'm going to take my glitter, I'm going to pour it into this wax that I already have some black dye in. There we go. You'll see. And then I'm going to pour it to set in my mold. So I know the setup's kind of weird, but okay. And literally, then I just pour. I used metal pans forever. And then I bought these, and oh my goodness, they dry so much faster. And I'll show you what I mean by chunk candles in 1 second. Okay, now I gotta clean that out, so give me 1 second. So I learned the hard way that to clean out these, it takes a paper towel and you immediately need to wipe it clean. And then literally, it's ready for the next use. So currently my camera setup is set up for makeup, but I use dye, it's my purple dye, and I'm going to put it in this just normal wax because I'm making from a galaxy far, far away candles. I just got an order, so we're excited. So I did just move my camera a little bit higher. So this is my setup. So I have a bunch of wick stickers and wicks, and I have glass jars. So I'm gonna wick my jars while I'm waiting. It's usually what I do. So I like these hex jars. They're what I always use. So for this part, I'm just gonna put it out. I need about 12 right now. So, and I have making 6 different types of candles right now. So bear with me, but it'll be fun. And these boxes are so great to reuse for candles. If you have a big order, you can put all people's candles in it and ship it in a medium flat rate package. So that's great too. So we're gonna take our wick caps. We need 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got exactly 12. Oh yeah. And then we need wick sticks. I have a big roll, but I'm trying to do this easier. So let's wick these babies up. Here. And you literally just take it. It's not biting you. You put it in the center, and you press it down, and then you repeat. Take it, you put it in the center, and then you press down. I'm going to speed up this part. So I like to put wax colored chunks in my jars, and then I pour and over pour on top of these. And so this makes like a custom thing. It's always been my signature candle. So this is a galaxy far, far away, and I'm ready to pour. I'm on the time limit. So I take my purple over here, and I eyeball it to know how cool it is to pour, but I like it at like 102 degrees for best pouring time. That's what I've discovered. Everybody's different. do need to get my paper towels ready because you have to be really, really, really quick. So, I'm just gonna stir this up, and I did add glitter because everything's better with glitter. Put that there, and then I'm gonna make a mess. I'm just gonna pour to the top. So, and when it dries, the chunks come through, which is so cool. And this smells like champagne, pomegranate, and vanilla. And it is, I love it. It is just a great, it's a great candle. Okay. So sometimes I have some overpour, and instead of wasting a new jar, today I'm just gonna pour out that little bit into my garbage can. I know, I'm being wasteful. So, give me 1 second, I'll show you what's next. See what I mean about how quick you have to clean it out? The first time I did this, I never knew how to clean out my jars, so I tried to use soap. Like to use the kitchen soap and like palm olive and water, and it was horrific. I had to reheat it on the stove. So if you ever do that on accident, reheat it on a stove, put it in a pot of boiling water. If you just have these and not a wax melter. See? Now it's clean. Okay. So now we get, I have these fancy whip holders because I love bobby pins, safety pins. So you make sure that you put it in the center exactly. So I'm gonna put this right here, and then I'm gonna move it on up, and then this one. And I always like to chunk extra jars just in case, because sometimes when you're pouring, the wax is already solidifying, and you want to make sure that you have all your jars ready. So that right there is a galaxy far, far away. So I'm gonna make the other candles for now, but I will do more, and I will come back with the basics of what you need. Okay, so I'm making some more chunks. So I have just about that much of a jar of wax, and then I just liberally put some glitter in there. I like glitter. And then, because these are non-stick, I used to use these metal pie pans that you can't see up here, and I would have to line them with parchment paper. But the rubber silicone ones are amazing. So you can see the blue one has already dried. It's only been about 10 minutes. So I need some purple chunks for my Unicorn Dreams candle. So we are just getting that in there. It's so pretty. So we're gonna let that sit, and I am gonna get to pouring those candles. Okay, these are the chunks that I was talking about. So I'm gonna cut it up literally like you would cut up brownies. I don't like them to be perfect because I like the whole like jagged, different shape look. So this is what I make my chunks out of, and it's kind of been like my secret, but I will share it with you. So here I go. Kind of looks like brownies, right? So I'm gonna let it cool off a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna put these in the jars like I showed you. So I had to make some gold chunks for my Gryffindor candles. So since there's no gold liquid dye, I mix golden honey and I mix yellow because it makes this beautiful color, and then I put gold glitter in it because glitter makes everything better. So we're gonna let that sit. Okay, now we're gonna do Hogwarts Castle. So I'm gonna fill it up to about here, halfway up, because I'm making about 6 of these. So I like to always have more than I need. So it is pouring right now. And then I'm gonna show you how I do my chunks. So I usually pour the wax in the container, and then I pour my oils in, which I'm gonna show you how to measure it out. and then while it's cooling down, then I wick my jars and I chunk my jars. Wick and chunk my jars. So sometimes you have to just tilt it a little bit more when you get down to the bottom. I gotta put some more wax in there. Okay. So it is filled up to here. So make some space. So okay, I think making candles is like being a bartender. So I've always used more oil than necessary because I want a really good set throw. So for me, this is pumpkin souffle. So I'm gonna fill it. I have more, don't worry. This one's just empty. Throw it away. Oh, that is not pumpkin souffle. Okay, I have pumpkin souffle, and then I have caramelized pralines, and I will get some more pumpkin souffle. I'm used to just using these big, huge things, so I'm going to do 2 of these full to the top. That smells so good. Put it right there. Cactus. Okay, so this and this is the same brand. This is just, you save money. And I buy all my oils at Candle Science. So I'm gonna fill this up all the way to the top and pour it in. So now I'm just gonna mix up my wax and my oil. I like to use this for about 2 minutes, but I'm gonna pause this and keep mixing. I forgot how much I love this. So it's caramelized pralines and pumpkin souffle and a little bit of magic. Because that's how I envision Hogwarts Castle to be. It smells so good. You know, I think I'm going to add just a little bit more pumpkin souffle because it's kind of like you're a bartender. And it will be worth it. I would rather my customers be happy and have amazing candles that have an awesome set throw than have a candle that looks pretty but doesn't smell good. That is perfect. So because this is more wax, it has to sit a little bit longer. So I'm going to move this to the back. Oh, I am going to add some color. So my Hogwarts Castle is a very light purple. So I'm going to add in just 4 drops. Because my Galaxy one, we made a very dark purple. But this is more, it's a pretty light color. Now we're just going to mix it up. And it will sit here. And it will cool down. Now, on to wicking time. I'm only sitting down because it's easy. So I'm sitting down because I keep my wax down here and I need to fill her up. So I have a big 50-pound box. Actually, I have a lot of big boxes. And I try not to make a mess, but it doesn't always happen. And because it does melt down, you want to get it all the way to the top, and then when it's halfway melted down, if you have a lot to pour, you put more wax in. I have 3 of these, but for today, I'm just showing you when I have a small amount of candles to pour. So, we'll say that is the top. So good. Okay, so I want to show you, let me switch it. It's my, these are all my oils, my fragrance oils, and this is kind of where I keep my pots. And then this whole area, I want to teach homeschooling kids how to make candles. Because I homeschool my son, so I think that that could just be so beneficial to so many kids. So that's my thinking. So these are my black chunks, and if you can see, I like to put it right against the wall, and I like to make it like kind of Tetris. So I like to do some super glitter and some not. So I'm doing my 4 houses right now: Hufflepuff, Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. So I needed black chunks for 3 of them and gold over there. Okay, so those are my chunk pans, and those are the Galaxy Far Far Away and Stormlord. They're still setting. And then right here, this was the Hogwarts castle that I was just making. So we're going to put some melting wax, and this is where the black chunks were. See how it comes out so nice? So I have, let me show you this. I have so much glitter. I bought 2 pounds of glitter in silver and in gold. And then I just pour them in these things to make it easier for me. So I'm gonna pour some glitter into Hogwarts Castle because, hello, and like I said, I literally just pour it. The more, the better. So, and then you stir. Okay, so now it's time to pour the Hogwarts Castle into my pans. So for Hogwarts Castle, it's black chunks with some glue. So I need some. I usually use cloths and I wash them, but I'm completely out today. So this is not a normal, I'm wasting paper, I promise. But I need to get these done, and I really just, I have to do it. I'm sorry. So, I'm going to take it and pour right up to the top. Take it, pour right up to the top. And we repeat. Take it and pour right up to the top. Take it and pour right up to the top. So next I'm making Hufflepuff candles. Hufflepuff have awesome black chunks and this bright yellow overpour. So I call the stuff I'm doing now the overpour because I'm overpouring it over my chunks, which makes sense, yeah? So now we're doing unicorn droop. So I'm only making 3 of these. So I'm only gonna pour it about an 1/8 of this container. I always like to do it by sight because that's just how I learn. Okay. So unicorn droop smells so good. It's strawberry shortcake and vanilla. I was inspired by this remember the unicorn frappe from Starbucks like 5 years ago? That's what inspired me to make this. So I also have a big laundry soap thing of this, but so I use 1.5 of these actually, and then I'm gonna get some vanilla because this one's empty. But this vanilla, my 2 favorite oil companies are Candle Science and Just Scents. So I'm gonna put some vanilla in here now. And that really just makes it into this delicious scent. So for this candle, it is bright pink. And we use purple and glitter chunks. So for this, I like using my chunk dye. So I use dye blocks for my paints because it comes out a softer color. So I know I probably do this in a really weird way. I like to take a dye block. Oh, these are chunks. To take a dye block, and then I kind of just like to shave it in here. So until I get the color that I want. If I break it, because I've learned that if you put the whole thing in, it's not going to melt. If you can chunk it up, you are golden. So blot in, the color just comes out so much softer. And I like it if there are still some chunks in, because when you pour it, it has like these starbursts of color, and it's beautiful. So we're gonna let that settle down, and we are going to stir. Do you remember that purple that we made? It is so pretty, and it is ready to be cut. So I take my knife, I'll bring it closer, and I literally am just gonna cut it like it's a pie. So I guess cut it like it's brownies. And because this is silicone, you don't want to let your knife go through it, obviously. So if I ever need chunk colors and I don't have it, I mean, it is a little time consuming. When I first started my company, other companies were like, oh my God, you're doing double the work. Why would you want to do that? And I thought the look was worth me working my butt off. So here's our purple. I'm gonna jar this up, and then we're gonna wait for that to cool down, and we're good. So I'm gonna show you. When I put chunks in jars, I like to press it all the way against the jar. So some of them, you see how they glitter? And then some of them I just want to make it look more organic, and I just put them in there like that. And when the wax comes, it might change the way it's in there, but this is still the goal. So let's go with our next one. Push it against the jar. And when I first started, I was a perfectionist, and I learned that sometimes when you are more natural with it, it comes out looking so much cooler. And like I said, make it in the Tetris. You can even break them on the sides like that, because that is what you want. This beautiful, organic fantasy. And this one just smells like you want to eat it. So we have 3, probably going to need about 4 of those. I always like to over pour my candles, so in case someone else orders tomorrow, I will have a freshly made one. But I like to sell my candles fresh, because soy wax frosts. It always does. If you buy paraffin wax, it's not going to as much, but soy does. And because I like these to look a certain way, I feel like I have less time to make them beautiful like that. So this is the next day. That's Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Gryffindor. This is my unicorn tears. It's Hogwarts Castle, Galaxy Far, Far Away, and Stormlord. You see all the chunks come through? So I just wanted to show that to you. Okay, I am done for the night. My shadow's in the way. I poured 25 candles. I poured all my Hogwarts houses, and then I poured unicorn tears, and a Galaxy Far, Far Away, and Stormlord. And then you see my chunks. I'm gonna store these up, and they're nice and sealed. And I am done. So we have a clean room. And my name's Jessie, you are YouTube, and thanks for watching. Bye.